Welcome everybody to the Zera Shimshon. I'm sorry it's a little bit late, but Sunday morning is still considered, according to Amshanov, it's still considered Mitzvah Shabbos. Okay, so I have a piece from Sisa. It's actually the date today is Chav Gimel Adar Aleph, and this is a little piece from Sisa, and it's the Zera Shimshon is talking about Shabbos. It's a beautiful piece, so I'm going to share this with everybody. It says, "Ato daber b'nei Yisrael leimor." Now speak to the children of Israel, saying, "Ach es shabsoisai tishmayru ki aisi beini uveneichem l'dayoseichem," and just observe my Shabbosos, for it is a sign between me and you for your generations. To know, that's important, a knowledge that I am Hashem who sanctifies you. By the way, there's three ice that the Jewish people have. One is Bris Milah, of course, that's the first one given by Avram Avinu. And then the second one is Tefillin for the men. And the third one is Shabbos, which for everybody. And that's why we only need two ice to keep us going and protect us. So if we have during the weekday, we have the ice of Tefillin and the ice of Bris Milah, and on Shabbos we have the ice of Bris Milah and Shabbos. So here we go with this. This is a beautiful piece. The Gemara in Shabbos 118a speaks in detail about the greatness of someone who makes Shabbos enjoyable. Okay, Chazal, Zechron Baruch tell us that anyone who makes Shabbos enjoyable will receive a portion with no boundaries, right? Like a portion of Yaakov Avinu. Nitzayim Bli Mitzarim, right? Without boundaries. It doesn't say the portion of Avraham. Well, notice that? Or it didn't say the portion of Yitzchak, but it says the portion of Yaakov, to whom Hashem promised, "You shall gain strength westward, eastward, northward, and southward." So you all around Eretz Yisrael. This statement raises numerous questions. How can the Gemara write that a person will receive a portion without boundaries? Okay, number one, even if you give him the entire universe, there will still be an eventual boundary. Okay, imagine that everyone were to take the Gemara's advice and enjoy Shabbos the way we are meant to. And imagine that they were repaid for this by receiving a portion without boundaries. Well, is it physically possible to give every single person to keep Shabbos a boundless portion? Doesn't make sense, right? If you explain that Chazal are not talking about a portion in this world, but that they are referring to a portion in the world to come, you are removing the entire element of what makes this an original reward. We know that the world to come is a place without boundaries, and that all the reward that we will receive one day will be boundless, eternal. If Chazal are coming to tell us that keeping Shabbos in a beautiful way will earn us a tremendous world in the world to come, a reward in the world to come, what's the chiddush? After all, isn't that true of every other mitzvah as well? Chazal's statement must therefore be referring to this world and not the world to come. Zera Shimshon answers all these questions with his usual creative approach. It is, there are two midas of Hashem. He says, they are constantly at war with one another, right? The midah of Chesed wants to spread goodness everywhere it can, but the midah of judgment prevents it. Midas harachamim, right? Midas din is always mikatrig on people. However, the midas adin only holds back the midah of chesed when there is evidence that a person has been behaving incorrectly. His handiwork was blessed and his livestock spread throughout the land, it says in Eov. It was only Satan's accusations that convinced Hashem to test Eov and caused him to lose everything. Now, here's something we have to remember. Accusers only have power to harm a person when he chases after the passions and enjoyments of this world. However, when a person devotes himself to his neshama's spiritual enjoyments, accusers have no permission to persecute him. Zera Shimshon takes a step further and citing the Raza de Shabbos, which is a song that a lot of people sing on Shabbos, a famous song by Michal Streicher, Raza de Shabbos, beautiful song, says all accusers go into hiding when Shabbos arrives. Right? The accusers are the negative side of the Yetzer Hara. Conceivably, the words, a song for the day of Shabbos, right, allude to the joy of Shabbos, even when the forces of evil are stilled. Chazal's original statement was that about anyone who makes Shabbos enjoyable, they were not talking about anyone who guards the Shabbos. Why the focus on enjoyment? The Gemara is telling us the following. A person should enjoy Shabbos using the physical pleasures of this world. His enjoyment will not power the evil forces that want to harm a person. And the media of din will be unable to stop the media of chesed from showering him with extraordinary bounty. This, then, is the depth of the Gemara that says that a person who brings enjoyment to Shabbos will receive a portion without boundaries. It means that the forces of evil that want to harm a person will not be able to stop the media of chesed and goodness from showering him with all manner of well-being. They won't have any power to carry out their evil plans, even though he is enjoying himself in a physical way. For one simple reason, because he is bringing honor to Shabbos. And that is the incredible accomplishment. That is an incredible accomplishment for a Jewish person in this world. So says the Zera Shimshon, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, in Parsha, in the Ice Zion. There's more to it, but I'll stop here for a day. It's late, and I don't want to make this too long. Everybody have a wonderful week. Shavua Tov, a gesunter Mensch.